Hello and welcome back to Niagara Garden Party. It is April 28th. We are getting temperatures this week, highs of 20 Celsius, lows of 10. So it looks like we're almost in the clear to start the summer planting. I'm very excited. That means I'm going to be redoing this bed, this garden bed here. Right now it's just got stuff that I haven't touched since fall. So a bunch of those were just the flowers. I had cosmos that were growing really tall over here last year, and when they died back, they ended up looking like this. So instead of just throwing them in the compost, I left them here for pollinators and other bugs to sleep in. So like a little bug snug type thing. This is a pond plant I had, same kind of thing. I just left it here for bugs to sleep in, and now I have to clean that up and figure that out. So my next project, probably by next week, you'll see this garden bed has been cleared out and fixed up. A few things have been moved around. This planter is here now. I think I'm going to do like lettuces and like kitchen things in here because it's like just really close to the back door. I have a shelf that I put up and reinforced today. This is going to be for some house plants. Ivy's waiting to go inside like a good girl. The canopy's up. I can't remember if that was in the last update. And my little roller garden, tower garden thingamabob is now out here in the yard. We're going to get rid of this. Oh no, we were going to get rid of this, but we've actually decided that we're going to keep this planter box. We're going to kind of scooch it back a little bit so it's closer. There's just a lot of dead space here that isn't getting used. So we're going to scooch it a little bit closer over here, and we're going to wrap it in the chicken wire. And Ben is going to use it for his tree project because we are working on propagating trees and doing stuff that we can take to the property later, like propagating other plants. I did a few lavenders that I'll show you that are in the greenhouse. So the squirrels like to come through. They've already been digging in this here. And they like to mess with the trees, especially the walnuts. Apparently the squirrels will take the walnut trees even if they've sprouted. So we want to move them out here, but we need to lock them up with the chicken wire. So that's what we're going to do. Some plants here are coming back. I propagated a few oregano. This is thyme. These two just came from these massive bushes. I still need to cut these guys back. They're crazy. The tulips have opened and are doing their things. Oh, there's water in there. That's cute. It's been raining today a little bit. And there's little short red ones there. Still waiting for the columbine to flower. It'll be very exciting when it does. Still can't remember what these guys are. I don't know if they're going to flower either this year, but we'll see. I planted some beans at the base of these, but I don't think they're doing anything. I planted them too soon, and I think they might have rotted in the ground because the ground was cold and wet still. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is come through and plant my cucumber starters, which are in the greenhouse. I'll show you those in a minute. Here is the garlic looking really nice. Came through and weeded this bed and the other bed. My husband was a huge help because it's really hard to keep these guys open. They don't have a really easy way to stay open. I've been trying to figure that out. I used to have like a chain thing that would hold it, but the chain broke and it's just a disaster. So this is looking much better now. And the garlic have room to do their thing. They'll probably be in until August. I got some duckweed for the pond, but it is clogging my fountain filter, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan, but I'm loving the pond. I also got some, I can't remember what this is. It's some sort of like iris thing. The blueberries are going to be blueberries, so all these little white bells you see will turn into berries. And the bees have been going crazy between this bush and that bush. I think I have to cut back this sorrel. It's getting a little crazy. The apple tree is stunning right now. It has so many flowers. It is such a beautiful tree. And I always think that apples are like a fall time thing, but this one seems to give us apples like more so in the middle of summer. So it's going to be doing its thing. There are far too many buds on each branch. So when these get pollinated, when they start turning into apples, you'll see, we'll post updates every week. There's going to be too many on one. Like this little tiny twig will not be able to hold 3 big juicy apples. So once they start to come out, you'll be able to see which ones are good and which ones aren't coming out the best, or maybe animals have snacked on them, the squirrels. And then that's when I'll come through and I'll like thin them out. All right, moving along. Some more tulips. These tulips haven't done a thing. And lovely dandelions there. All right, let's move into the greenhouse, because I'm just doing combo tours this year. I'm not doing separate videos. I hope you don't mind. I always have the radio running in here to keep out the critters. Here are some of Ben's walnuts. They're so cool. They have this big, thick taproot, but tons of them are coming up now, so he is very excited about that. More of them over here. Some of the starters that I did like a week or 2 ago are coming up. These are like daisies. I planted tomatoes in here, but nothing's happening. Snapdragons are coming up. The forget-me-nots. I'm not surprised about the snapdragons. I had some ferns that were in my front yard that were just in a really bad place, like creeping up onto the sidewalk. So I propagated them. I like ripped them out, and we'll see if they survive, if they do anything, because I'd love to take ferns up to the property and plant some in the forest as well. Moving along, the nasturtiums are up, looking good. They'll probably be in a lot of my hanging baskets this year. Here are our tree propagations. No idea what to expect. It's already looking gnarly, but this is from the magnolia tree. There's a little bit of rooting hormone in here. And this one is from the Weigela bush out front. Composter is doing great. Look at this beautiful soil in there. Wow. Black gold, as they say. Carrots and kale doing amazingly. This fig tree also coming back with a vengeance. The one in the yard is not coming back. Hopefully it's just a few weeks behind. Fingers crossed it does come back. These guys here are sugar maple trees. We got these for free at a giveaway at a greenhouse, a local greenhouse. So we planted those guys with some rooting hormone. We soaked the roots. They were bare root trees. And we're going to baby them a bit this year and maybe plant them out on the property next year. Here are my starters. These guys have actually been in the house for the last month or 2. So these guys are cucumbers. Tons of cucumbers. I'm going to plant these ones out along the greenhouse. My Roma tomatoes. I didn't do a whole lot of tomatoes this year. In the past, I did like hundreds and hundreds, and I sold some. So it's crazy that I only did a handful of tomatoes. I have some more inside started in my arrow garden though too, I will say. We have, what are these guys? These are the peppers, and then these are the eggplants, and I started multiple ones per pack, so I might separate them out when I do their final planting, but these are all different varieties, and then this is just a mixed bag of eggplants. I don't know what we're gonna get. And then I have one petite yellow watermelon seedling that I also don't know where I'm gonna plant, so that's great. These guys are all doing good here too. They are kohlrabi and maybe some kale, maybe some radish, but I think I'm getting close to actually just like harvesting all of these greens for one salad, the kale and all of these guys as baby greens, and planting new things in here because that's how things go. These were the lavender starters. Did I say lavender from the front yard? Anyway, lavender starters here from cuttings. These guys are still doing good. I think I showed you these last week. And we do have some progress on this. So this is just lettuce. Purple basil is coming up. The chamomile is coming up much quicker than I expected. These are going to get dry soon. They're self-watering, so I just like fill them up here. There is one lone marigold in this bucket. So much dill. And finally, what is that? Is that a marigold? Might be. Finally, some more basil popping up here. These garlic are much more farther along than the garlic in the beds in the back, but it is much warmer in here. And then I have a few more, just on the floor, a few more starters of the oregano and thyme from the bushes out back. And then Ben has to repot these because he has like 3 walnuts in one pot. That's going to be terrible. Same with these guys, doubles. And then quickly moving to the back, we are slowly working on taking down some sticks. So this tree, it's a dead tree, and then there's a grapevine that goes up, which is crazy and wild when the summer comes. So we're working just now on cleaning up this area. This is more like my neighbor's area, but they don't take care of it, and I'm just tired of looking at garbage. So I'm doing a little bit here and there. None of my things are coming back in here that I planted, which is fine. I didn't expect them to. Like, these mums were a shot in the dark. They're always like, oh, you can plant mums. Once you get them, you can plant them in the ground and they'll come back. Lies. This guy is I think he's a rosemary. Is he rosemary or lavender? Let me check. Oh, he's a lavender. He was transplanted. Yeah, he was like where the pond is now. And he's not looking too good. He's also got some sort of weed growing in there. So this is a disaster. The chives have come back. This guy came back. He was in the front yard. It looks like he might be struggling a little bit. Whatever, he's doing fine. And then we got this guy coming back too. He's very, very purple. Moving along, the compost is doing its thing. There are animals that want inside of it. No one is surprised. This was over there. I was hoping it could be maybe used as like a secondary rain barrel for over here. But it has a gigantic hole in the bottom, so that's a no-go. My little planters over here, look, the garlic is coming up. This is all wild garlic. It's crazy. I feel like I tell you that every time I'm back here. This is fun. This is my mint. Of course, the mint is coming back. I think that's chocolate mint. And then I planted the onion sets that my husband brought from the farm in here. And I had a rotting tomato that I put in there. And then this is a new addition, some asparagus back here. It would be really cool if this whole bed gave us asparagus every year. So I'm going to go to the greenhouse and pick up some seed. Look at all these rocks in here. That's not good. I'm going to pick up some asparagus seed and put it in here too so that things get going, because it takes a really long time to start asparagus from seed. If you know, you know. Still haven't cleaned this up. Don't judge me. And yeah, that is your tour for today. I hope you like the update. Things are finally starting to grow and bloom, and it is a very exciting time of year. You're going to see a lot of changes in the garden moving forward the next few weeks. I also have a lot of organizing to do and a lot of plans, and I want to have a fire. First fire of the year would be nice. All right. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.